How are things going for everyone? Hey everyone, welcome back to Coins Alert. We are once again giving you more news about XRP. Please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the like button if you like these daily XRP reports. It really does make a difference, and I need all of your help, of course. Anyways, if we look at the market as a whole right now, you can see that most of it is once again falling. Really, there's a lot of change this week. There are also, of course, outside forces that are changing the market, but some coins are still going up and some of them are still going up by quite a bit. The market as a whole is up right now, though, if you only look at the last hour. But XRP is now worth $2.17, which is 4% less than it was yesterday. In Bitcoin terms, we're up about 41%. The market value is $127.7 billion, and about $1.4 billion worth of trades happen every 24 hours. Before we go any further, though, I want to make it clear that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. While investing in cryptocurrency, you should always be careful and do your own study. Look at this then. There are now 3% of all Bitcoin owned by BlackRock through its ETF. 3% of all Bitcoin through its ETF. Why are we seeing this even though we did see that big correction when the market fell further? Even so, you could still see BlackRock joining and collecting as much Bitcoin as they could. It's been such a short time. In this case, it's 3%. That number is pretty big. Don't think that number is so small that we can forget about it. There is a 3% chance, and that's just BlackRock. Think about all the other ones that are like Wisdom Tree. These are the big ones: Franklin Templeton, VanEck, Bitwise, Fidelity, Grayscale. They are big companies and asset managers. Suppose we add all of that up. This number is probably going to be much higher than 3%. That really shows you where this is going. It gives them more power over Bitcoin the more of it they have. They'd like a piece of the pie too. The people in this group know where this type of product is going. Everyone is behind it. And of course, these guys aren't slowing down near where the big money is right now. What does this mean for XRP? You might be wondering, isn't this where we guess? The XRP ETF, spot ETF, was made public on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Wow. I'm really sorry about that. I was just talking quickly, but we are seeing that happen. People who know how big XRP is, a local token, will understand that as music to their ears. If we can get that spot ETF in Canada, it really helps us figure out how much demand there is for these digital assets. And I think these big names will really get behind XRP in a short time. And think about this record. Think about even 10-20%. There's not even that much to talk about. XRP will get 10-20% of this amount of money coming into it once it gets its own ETF. Right here is where the real fun is. Now, moving forward, take a look at this. Banks are starting to think about joining stablecoin. I couldn't be more excited. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, and Wells Fargo are here. All of these big companies are joining in because they want to be a part of the safe coin. They know that steady coins are good for business. On top of that, they know how blockchain technology can help. We also shouldn't be ignoring this, but I think a lot of people are right now. Also, let's take a look at this. Based on the law, Ripple can offer US banking institutions cross-border payment services using RLUSD and XRP. We can look over this paper. It says that Ripple's regulatory approach was based on state-level compliance happening in more than 50 MLTs across the US. With these licenses, Ripple can legally give cross-border payment services using its native token XRP and its stablecoin RLUSD. This makes it easier for more people to use the US financial system. The big names that are drawn in are, of course, Bank of America and the Standards, and obviously our business partners with Ripple. Here's another example to help us move forward. The usual chart says that RWO tokenization is a $30 trillion chance. We're also hearing from well-known people who are in favor of tokenization. Now tell me how this helps XRP. This is important to remember. The XRP system is where all of these big banks can go to tokenize their assets. Already beginning to see. It's amazing how tokenization can change the game. Additionally, I believe that in the following few years, everything will be tokenized, which will completely change how we handle our money and deal with each other. It's clear that that will be very exciting. But Donald Trump spoke out against Jerome Powell for not lowering interest rates. To see what he says. It's too late. Jerome Powell is going to cost our country a lot of money. He is one of the most crazy and harmful people in the government, and the Fed board is complicated and guilty. Europe has had 10 cuts. We haven't had any. We ought to be 2.5 points lower and save a lot of money on all of Biden's short-term debt. We got low inflation too late, which is a shame for the United States. He's basically saying, we need a rate cut. Really, everyone has been saying the same thing. We need a small rate cut. It's been over a month, and we still haven't seen that happen. I believe that might happen, but maybe next time or in September.
That would make the timing work better. That seems like a great idea. But that's something we need to think about now. And you won't believe it, but if the US Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, it could really get people excited about the crypto markets again. And because of that, buyers will be more likely to risk their money on your assets. As you might expect, people are not eager to invest when interest rates are very high. Really think about it. When interest rates go down, a lot of people do save money. That saved money could be used to invest in the market. That's where this whole thing comes in. Andos Finance says they think xrp ledger is the best technology to power the future of finance and a global on-chain economy that is useful, safe, and made for everyone, not just crypto experts. This is it. Last but not least, 3iQ has said it again. 3iQ makes history. Finally, the 3iQ XRP ETF was added to the Toronto Stock Exchange this week, which makes us very happy. For XRPQ's first day of trading, our team joined the TSX team to close the market and ring the bell at the TMX money. These few seconds are not only a big deal for us, but they are also a big step forward for the whole digital asset business. I agree wholeheartedly. As we keep building together, exciting times lie ahead. This is really good stuff. Let's check out what's going on with the price though. If you look at the dominance, you'll see that it's still about 64.83%, so no changes have been made to the price. But BTC is still kind of all over the place. I'm going to show you the hourly time frame that has been mostly used since the 17th. You can see that there is some variation. This is kind of playing out. We're hitting that resistance of $145,450 more than once. The main resistance is at a 116,000. You need to break out and start moving toward it. This video has been watched 1,000 times. You guys know how important this is because every time we cross, we know what happened. Thus, that level needs our close attention. When it comes to XRP, if we only look at the hourly chart, we can see that it's still pretty much following the price of Bitcoin. This is a great example of how well XRP has been collecting, which is something that many people forget about, but it is what it is. Even though dominance is so high, it's still adding up really well. I think the next leg up will be very exciting, but it will depend on what happens with the lead. In my own opinion, though, I'm very hopeful. When it comes down to it, it's just my opinion. Only time will tell. But I do believe the next leg up will be shocking to a lot of people. But again, only time will tell. Tell me what you think in the comments. We'll see you later. I've been Coins Alert, and peace out.